You ready for some Big Brother, Cass?
Absolutely.
Man, okay, so here's the deal. We've already like recorded this one, so hopefully our microphone is working this time. 2 hours later, maybe we will get somewhere.
2 hours later.
Okay, so the list has been released. There's so much information, so many questions. We're going to do our best to kind of shoot through this quickly. Let's start. I'm going to start with the video here of our first person.
Why are you here on Big Brother?
Ooh, why did I want to come on Big Brother? I wanted to come on Big Brother because I knew that pretty much since I saw the show that was something I had to be a part of. Like, it was in my core. I've had this, and I've said this before, but I've had like this burning, this slow burn, and
they definitely have a cream for that.
It finally came to pass where my kids were all grown and there was nothing holding me back anymore to apply. And so what did I do? I applied.
She got the medicine.
Good Lord, you have issues.
And the burning sensation went away.
And I applied when nobody knew I was applying because I wanted it so bad. Being on this show means a great deal to me. It literally is a dream. And how amazing. I want to go back and tell little Angela, 6-year-old Angela, who was struggling with life and all that was going to be before her, that with hard work, perseverance, and, lighten up a little bit, life is going to be okay. You're going to make it. You're going to be fine. And you're going to get a dream come true and be on Big Brother. Like, I want to tell her that so she can just root herself on even more. This is seriously a dream come true for me. It is at the top of my goal board. It's Big Brother. And I'm so lucky. I know that this is a huge opportunity, an amazing experience, and others may think I'm kooky and crazy to want to do this, but those who know me best know it's just what suits me. And my life's been made now that I get to do this, so this is very exciting.
Okay, my first thing I want to say about that is the one thing we ask for people who actually love the game. They're here for the game and only to play the game, and that's their only motive. So we can't get upset at that. This is exactly what we asked for. Angela is someone who's passionate about the game. She's not here to get followers. She's not here to further her acting career. She's not a model. She's a realtor. She's a mom, and she loves Big Brother. So right there, A+ in my book. Is she going to be a good player? I don't think so. I think she's a little emotional. I think she's bringing a lot of baggage into the game. Kind of zipping through some of her other questions here. She was asked, why does she think she's going to win the game? She keeps returning to the fact that she's a social person. And she keeps answering every question with, I'm a people person, I'm a social person. And then she kind of goes down this road of like, I say what I mean, I say what's I lead with my heart, I speak my mind.
Listen, she says she has a big mouth.
Yeah, and
she says that.
And she says I'm going to say exactly what I'm thinking. I'm unapologetically myself. And so I think one issue is going to be if she does approach this game with that type of play style, it never works well unless you can win competitions. If you're going to be an alpha personality, you got to be able to back it up with comp win.
Okay, she says she's not afraid to share with people what her opinions are and her thoughts are, whether they want it or not. And then in the same breath, she says that she thinks that she's going to be a person that people can trust when they shouldn't. So I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Already that personally rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, she talks about how they asked her how she's gonna, which she's asked to answer this question, so you got to give her some grace, I guess, in that regards. But how are you gonna manipulate the competition? Her answer is manipulating the competition is gonna be a piece of cake, and I'm counting on my wisdom here. In my 20s and 30s, I would have just like reacted off emotions. Now I think 10 steps ahead. So I kind of feel like in this interview, she's kind of contradicting herself. And one thing, she's like, I say what's on my mind. I mean what I say. I'm unapologetically myself. And then later she's like, well, I think 10 steps ahead. I'm going to be very... I think Angela has no idea who Angela is.
I feel like when somebody's in their 50s going into a game like this, one of the things that I truly do look forward to is somebody who actually has wisdom in life. So if she wants to take those things that she says where she might have a big mouth and things like that, I don't think that's something that you should brag about, in all honesty. because that just sounds like a 20-year-old that's immature, right? It would be really cool if she would observe those youngsters, the 20-year-olds, and take her wisdom and utilize what she knows already because she's lived it, and then maybe manipulate that to her advantage rather than being a big mouth, which to me, someone who has a big mouth is someone who doesn't have control of their emotions, and then they just spew everything out, and then you're just going to get kicked off because you're putting a laser on you the entire game.
And she's asked, who is she going to model her game after? She says she would like to model her game after Cody. I'm assuming
Oh, gosh.
Not that Cody. I
Oh.
think she's talking about the other Cody, the one that everyone loves.
The problem with that is that Cody has abs and he's extremely charming. She's 50 years old and she's a mom. So
I was
I
gonna make the same.
How's that gonna work?
I was gonna say the same observations. Cody was charming and friendly and everyone loved him, but he was also great at competitions.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can't model your game after that. She should be modeling her game after Sari. She should be modeling her game after people that are in similar situations to her. I'm not saying that she has to mimic them, but you have to Sari made it really far in the game without winning anything. So,
Do you know how ridiculous that sounds to say that Cody is your role model? All above you're saying that you you have a big mouth and that you're not afraid to tell people how you feel, where I don't feel like Cody was like that. Like Cody was friendly with everyone, and I feel like he had a really good social game.
And right here, they're
and
asking,
physical.
what do you think has made Big Brother last season after season? She goes, it's good people and good players, and I love watching. So she in one side, it's like she's got a very Jekyll and Hyde personality, because she's like, it's good people, good players, good relationships, and then you skip down here. Well, this is Big Brother, and I've said, all morals are out the window. This is a game. Would I be a backstabber? Well, I think sometimes loose lips sink ships. So I don't know if it'll come out of my mouth, but I can never control it. She's like,
so then she has no wisdom.
Yeah, in one thing she's like, I'm gonna say, and then good people, good I don't think Angela has any idea what she's doing or who she is as a person.
Exactly. So. Loose lips sink ships. Boom. You're done. You're done.
I also want to take this moment to mention that we are absolutely horrible at predicting gameplay from players, because what was it? 2000 was it 21?
It was yes, maybe. I don't know.
I think in Big Brother 21 we did the same thing and we were way off on everyone. Yeah. So this is just fun for us, but we might be completely wrong.
We were way off about the house.
And we're okay. We're okay.
With the theme of the house.
Well,
because of the whole AI thing, which obviously is
I did say there's
annoying.
A forest. I said that there's a fairy thing. Oh, yeah. AI. I mean, come on.
AI.
None of us even knows what that means.
No
All right.
cares.
House guest number 2, Brooklyn.
Being a competitor on Big Brother has been a dream of mine for years now. Every time I watch this show, I look at it and go, I could do that. And I'm really tired of looking at people that can't, especially the moms. I'm like, put a mom in the house that can actually win.
Did she watch last season?
And so instead of being frustrated behind the screen, I said, why the hell not play it myself? So here I am, ready to play and ready to win.
Yeah, but no mom won.
Not one, but there's been a lot of moms who have done very well in this game.
True.
There's so many past players right now that are like, bitch!
So it's basically asking her, like all the others are, why do you want to be on Big Brother? And she's basically saying that she'd call herself right below a super fan. So she's claiming herself to be a super fan, but below that. So I don't understand what that means.
It means that she loves Big Brother, but she hasn't really watched it that much. How are you going to win? I'm resilient, and I'm a little bit stubborn, and I don't do anything half-assed. So coming here, I'm going to be leaving my family for almost 100 days. That's enough fuel in the tank to get me all the way to the end. So that's how she's going to win? She's just resilient?
If she's like Bowie, I mean, you can be really resilient when you float around everybody, or you ride on the coattails of the people that you're, aligned with. So they ask her what her strategy is for going into the house, and she says that she's liking to say that she's a girl's girl, but more than that, she's a people's people. So getting to know people inside the game, but also outside of the game. I feel like when you mix in normal day-to-day life and learn about them, they will want to keep you. because they want to keep a piece of something that's not in the house. And so I want to get to know them outside of the house and what they do on their day-to-day life and make it more than just the game. In all reality, I'm just using it against them. So she's basically going to be manipulative. She's going to take things that she knows about them and she's going to probably twist it and try to like use it against them. That's what that sounds like to me. So she is a snake.
She's the snake.
She's a snake.
Yeah, because they asked how would she describe herself. She said she's sassy, classy, and a little badassy. Like, that means she has said that tons of times before.
No
Like,
joke. I don't like that.
And
That's
it
annoying.
basically just means that I'm going to do everything on purpose for the betterment of others. And she's a control freak. She said she's type A, but she gets things done.
Wow, okay, she's going to drive me up a dang wall. I'm excited for her to be in the house.
Is there anything you won't do in the house? I see myself doing whatever I have to do for as long as I have to win this game. So if that means telling my kids, cover your eyes, do as I say, not as I do, I'm going to do it.
Oh. Next.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Brooklyn.
Oh.
Told me cray. Okay.
Let's see.
Wait, what is she's going to make a shirt out of that. What's it called? Sassy, but a little bit badassy.
Why would you be the house guest to watch this season? She thinks she's going to be the one to watch because she thinks that she's going to be very entertaining and she's going to have her hands on all kinds of cookie jars with the players. So she's thinking that she's going to be super manipulative. She's going to act like she's your best friend, but she's secretly stabbing you behind the back. So, she might be our entertaining player.
Let's see if her talk is as good as her walk. Or her walk is as good as her talk. I don't know how you say that exactly, okay? But she seems like she's all talk.
Oh, boy.
So we'll see.
Read this one. Read this one.
Okay, so it says, what types of people do you want to work with in the house? And Brooklyn says, I'm so excited to work with a showmance. Now I know that sounds a little crazy, but hear me out, okay? I have been with my husband for like forever, and I feel like I'm the matchmaker of all of my friend group. So I can't wait to get into the house and find the two lovebirds, put them together, and be their little third wheel for a while. Use them as a shield, make everyone go after them, and then once they're out, then I can play the game how I want to.
She is
My strategy
she
will
is
be
manipulative.
So her whole strategy is to find a showmance.
Wow.
So what do you guys think about
using a showmance as a target? The problem is with the showmance, you're going to have to use him as a target pretty early because if you let it go on too long, you become the extra number who gets voted out. So you have if you hide behind a showmance, you got to get rid of them while you still have numbers in the house. I've seen a lot of people go because they're not part of this. So if you have two showmances working together and then a fifth wheel, that fifth wheel is the one that goes. That's a dangerous gameplay.
She's manipulative. But is she good at being manipulative? That's the question.
So
because that's what Will was. He was really manipulative, but he was very, very good at it. So
just when I learned the rules of the game and how it's just a social experiment, and I've lived this throughout my whole life. I know how to talk to people. I know how to connect with people. I know how to make friends. So, that's the biggest thing about Big Brother that attracted to me was that it's all about making friends. And then actually the challenge aspect was something that I just love in general. I love to compete in everything. Checkers, Connect Four, whatever we're doing, I like to win. So adding that in with just making friends with people and then winning money, come on now. That's easy. That's why I wanted to be on Big Brother.
Cam, that's not why you want to be on Big Brother. The reason why Cam wants to be on Big Brother
it's because he's gonna end up dating that chick right there.
What happened is this is an ad.
I swear to
Okay.
God, those two are gonna hook up. I am not even joking.
This is why Cam. I'm going to show you exactly why Cam wants to be on Big Brother. So Cam wants to be on Big Brother because Cam is an influencer.
Oh my gosh! Push that one. Wait, go up. Right there. That one.
This one?
Turn to the right.
This one?
That one. Okay, let's go to that.
Hey, mama, tell them we on TV. I'm going to be on Big Brother. Yes, I'll be going, but that doesn't matter because I've been backlogging content so I can continue to give you gems because I love you and I appreciate you. Also, my father He'll be the one reading and responding to all your comments, and then he'll report back to me because I just want to give the love that y'all give back to me because the love is in the air and you just got to keep it there. Make sure you tune in to Big Brother on the big screen or the little screen, whatever y'all call it, and I just want to say I appreciate y'all and I love y'all and I'll be back soon. Peace.
So this is why Cam wants to be on Big Brother, because Cam...
Wait a minute, did he start his channel after he got on Big Brother?
No, that's why I'm scrolling down. He's been a content creator for all this time. So he is literally here to build his audience. This is, I mean, hopefully he's a fun player. There have been fun players that aren't Big Brother fans, but I just hate when that's what their motive is. Anywho, Cam,
I get over it.
where's his questions at?
I really do. I get over it. Said I get over it.
What happened to the questions? It's like they did the first three and they're like, screw it, no one's reading this.
How, like, lazy.
What's your strategy going into the game?
My strategy is going to be to get into a big alliance, but with the mature people, with the older people, a lot of moms and stuff, because they're really good puppet masters. So that's one of my biggest strategies. And then maybe a showmance, maybe a bromance, maybe something here or there. But that'll be my biggest strategy, to get into an alliance with a lot of the older people in the house.
I'm sorry, I think that's a silly plan. Also, basically, the key word is he wants to get into showmance. Let's get real. That's his true intention. He's an Insta person. He wants to get lots of followers, and he wants to find a girlfriend, people. So I hope that's what he finds. I get over that crap.
So his strategy is to team up with the older people or showmance. Good
No.
Lord.
Some ways that I would describe myself is a good vibes guy. I want everybody to be happy in the room when I walk in. I want to brighten up the room whenever I walk in. So I would say one of the things I would say is a good vibes guy. Secondly, I would like to say I'm suave. I would like to say I'm cool. I would like to say I play the chill side. I like everybody to be comfortable around me. So those are probably the two things. I'm a good vibes guy, and then I'm very suave. So those are the two things I would describe myself as.
Well, one of the things I was going to say is that because I'm older, more mature person, it's very obvious that he thinks he's suave. Like, he thinks he's suave. Like, he doesn't have to say he thinks he's suave. It's very obvious that he thinks he's suave. Like, if I was in the BB house, I would look at him and go, that kid really thinks he's special. I'm hoping that I'll see some more humbleness from him because he is adorable.
You're not going to
he's
see...
cute, but it's annoying.
You're not going to see any humbleness.
Right now, that annoys me.
The thing that I'm most excited about is just meeting everybody. You know, I'm sure they picked people from different walks of life, and I just love meeting people and hearing their stories and talking to them. So that's the thing that I'm looking forward to. And then also the challenges, man. I'm just excited to get out there and compete. That's the biggest thing for me. So I'm hyped for the challenges and to meet everybody in the house.
What's his background? Like, what is his thing? What does he do?
He is a physical therapist.
Okay. I was trying to think, like, what he brings to the challenges.
Go to the next
With something
person.
that I just love in general. I love to compete in everything. Checkers, Connect Four, whatever we doing, I like to win. So adding that in with just making friends with people and then winning money, come on now. That's easy. That's why I wanted to be on Big
When I
Brother.
was 5.
I want to compete on Big Brother for my siblings. You know, everyone tells you that you can do what you want, but when you see your big brother, competing on Big Brother, it kind of adds, like, you could really do whatever you want. So I want to instill that into my siblings as much as I can. You know, at the end of the day, what's most important to me isn't money or, you know, lying to people in the house, but it's my family. So if I have to do that, then that's what you have to do.
See, now, to me, that sounds like that makes no sense. Like, you're on the game because you want to win, right? So why are you here then? Unless you're trying to win for your family. If that's what he's trying to say, is he's trying to win the money because he wants to provide something special for his family, then I would be like, dang, this kid's awesome. But I couldn't really figure out what it is he's trying to say. He wants to be a good role model, but then at the same time, he's not playing for money. But that's the point of the game. So are you going to end up just getting kicked off? Then in that sense, why are you there? I don't know. That made no sense.
Right, and whoever made this YouTube video needs to be, like,
I want to slap
fired.
him.
Like,
It's not organized.
at least break it up by person. Like, this is so hard to, like, cover on.
And apply that to the
Maybe he has
intricate frame.
My strategy for Big Brother, it's kind of hard because it's always changing. The dynamic in the house is always flip-flopping. People are going in, going out. alliances change, people get backdoor.
He reminds me of a puppet, like one of the Muppets. Is that what you were gonna say?
No, I was gonna say I think it's when he says people are going in, people are going out. It's like no,
People going in, people going out.
no, they're going in and they're staying in. There's no going out. I mean, unless you're voted out.
So my strategy going in is to kind of just be the most observant person possible, and gauge every encounter that I have and move with that one step at a time. A lot of people have this whole big plan, like I'm gonna go get one person and it's gonna be great, and then it all falls apart, and your strategy or your plan comes crashing down because you formulated it. So I think the best strategy and the best plan for me is to take it step by step in the house and evolve my plan each week.
What I heard there was he wants to make multiple alliances.
The problem is when you don't have a plan, that's not a good plan. that's all I'm saying. But I think, you do have to kind of bob and weave in the game because you're thrown surprises a lot. So, I mean, I like that part of what he's saying.
I think Big Brother is still so popular because it gives you a different insight into the life. You know what I mean? It's like social and competition and drama all in the same thing. You get to see strangers move into the house, and sometimes they mesh really well. Sometimes there's conflict. And it's cool because it gives you an insight into somebody else's life. With all the cameras, the live feeds, all the microphones around, it just adds its own fan base.
Huh?
No, he said something really important there, I'm sure.
It adds its own fan base.
I will be the one to watch this summer if, right, hear me out, I'm not going to lie to you and be like, oh, everybody watch me, I'm the best.
He's very animated.
He keeps winking at me.
I feel like that's too arrogant for me. But I'll be the one to watch if you like seeing people interact with other people. If you want to see all the drama, all the tea from every direction, being the most likable, people are going to tell me everything. So you're like, oh, I wonder what's happening behind the scenes of the house. Come to me, Cedric with the tea.
Oh, so you're going to be the gossip. You're going to be the town gossip? Is that what you're trying to say? Because he has the tea. Everyone's going to come to him. I don't see how that's a good strategy. That makes absolutely no sense to me. So
Yeah.
He's going to hold everybody's secrets? Is he going to use them? What are you going to do with those secrets?
He's too chatty. Like, he's coming out saying too much and doing too much. There's no way he's going to be like...
I'd like to know what that means. I'd like him to go a little further with that one. Like, what do you mean? If you take everybody's stories and everybody's gameplay, are you going to use it? Are you going to, like, how's that going to go? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a fan of Cedric, unfortunately, right now.
At the end of the day, what's most important to me isn't money or, lying to people in the house, but it's my family. So if I have to do that, then that's what you have to do.
Because I have been a super fan for the past 10 years. Me and my family, my siblings would sit around the table, around on the couch during the summer and watch the game. And so I want to be one of those people playing the game. Not only just playing the game, winning the game. I'm a super fan, so I'm ready for the summer.
So she is a self-proclaimed super fan, which is what we love to see.
Yeah, a lot of people call themselves super fans, and they're not. So, we'll see.
I think I'll make my mark in the Big Brother house by going down and being a really smart player, but one who genuinely developed relationships with almost every single person in the house. You'll usually see your alliances, but for me, the mark I believe I'll make is being able to affect every single person in the house through relationships.
Affect every single person in the house through relationships?
I need a little more information, please.
Yeah, like, I feel like they're answering the question very vaguely. Like, it's not giving me anything to go off of.
Well, yeah, like, because the person's not asking, like, that's the reason why we think that this is unorganized, how they're doing this. Because he's not asking them to go a little bit further. Like, I have questions about the things that they're saying, but he's not asking them, and he flips to the next person, like, immediately.
In a few adjectives, I would describe myself as crazy, fun, loud, a little bit hood, a little bit holy, a little bit righteous, a little bit ratchet. All
I
of
don't
that
like any
in
of
one.
those.
That's
hold
me.
on, there might be one thing I like, but that doesn't sound like a good combination. She's gonna be sassy. She's gonna be sassy. And the problem is I've seen so many girls come into the house and act like that. Like, the last thing she said was ratchet. You have to be one or the other. I'm sorry, you can't be both. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. You can't be both. So more than likely, she's more ratchet than anything else. And that's not going to get you very far. Mark my words, someone will say one thing that'll make her go off, and she's going to lose her cool, and she's going to get herself booted out of the house. That's what I think about Chelsea.
A little bit holy, a little bit ratchet.
Before she said holy, I thought she was going to say hoey.
I'd rather have that.
You can't have holy and ratchet at the same place.
Listen, do I think I'm going to manipulate the competition? This is Big Brother. There's always a little bit of manipulation that happens. It's the name of the game. So I will, if I have to withhold the truth or spread the truth, I got to do what I got to do to get to the end and win this game.
Okay. And she's going to do that by being a little bit ratchet.
Mark my words. She's going to get out because she's sassy. Someone's going to piss her off, and it's probably going to be Angela.
All right, let's look at one more of her
There's
answers.
another girl that's going to be just like her in the game. They're going to go at it. Bing, bing. I just haven't figured out who that person is going to be yet.
I will be the one to watch this summer because you can't be in a conversation with me. You can't be in a room with me and not be entertained. Even if I don't say anything, my face, oh baby, it's going to say it all. So you'll see me in competitions, entertaining. You'll see me in conversation with other people, entertaining. You will see me in this diary room talking to you about these people. Pure entertainment. Get your popcorn, get your candy, get your juice, get whatever you have, and get ready to be entertained by Chelsea.
I don't know, Chelsea. I'm not very entertained.
Whew. I don't like the way she's talking to me.
Sassy frass. She reminds me of Bailey. Right?
Yeah, well, I don't know if maybe. She's not reminding me of anyone specifically. She's just like, I think she's going to be too much and obnoxious. It just doesn't seem like she's going to be a player that's going to be like...
She's going to be still entertaining. I can't wait to see her entertain.
Y'all are going to love me. You're going to love watching me. I'm going to be the center of attention. You're just going to... Everything is going to be all about me.
What's iconic in this Big Brother house that I wish I'm going to find myself a lot in is the HOH room. It is pure iconic. Are you kidding me? Bar the diary room. This is already iconic in and of itself, but that HOH room, I'm ready to reside in. I'm ready to see. I'm ready now.
She didn't say anything that really got me all that excited about her, but I'm going to move on to the next guy.
But I'm proud of her that she has that much confidence. We'll see. I think she's going to get in her own way. I really, 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 really do. I think she's going to get in her own way.
Winning the game. I'm a super fan, so I'm ready for the summer.
In the beginning, you have to have a certain amount of like staying off the radar, because in the beginning, everyone's looking for an excuse to vote somebody out. Like the first 3 or 4 weeks, there's no alliances. There's nothing to go off of other than you're just looking for an excuse. As soon as someone wins the competition, you're like, okay, we got to get them out. They're the threat. Or someone says or does something annoying, and you're like, okay, let's get this person out. This person is annoying. You don't want to give any reasons. She's not going to be able to help herself.
From the way she's describing herself, I agree with you.
All right, next contestant.
I want to compete on Big Brother because I have consumed a disgusting amount of reality TV over 30 years of life. I love this genre. I love Big Brother so much. I'm also just a competitor in my daily life, playing poker and things like that. And this is the most high stakes poker tournament you can be in. The pressure's on. There's a lot of money on the line, and I love that feeling.
His look is funny.
My general strategy going into the Big Brother game is going to be to kind of play coy at first. I'm not going to tell people that I'm a huge fan of the show, which I totally am, so that they don't see me as a threat. I'm going to try to just be low-key, but then when I see my moment, go all in and make the big move when I see that it's open.
Well, I mean, that makes sense, even though I have to say that mustache has changed it. It's very distracting, and I don't like it.
You're talking about his mustache. I'm just the foldy over bang is what really has me. But he seems like a fun guy. I like him. So right now I like him.
He's from Tampa, so he's close to where we're from. And what? Video store clerk. What the hell?
There's no video store clerks unless it's adult video.
Oh, God.
Which Tampa is
Which
very likely.
That would explain his
the
look.
mustache.
What does he do on the side.
I'm gonna love if, like, as the season plays out, we end up finding out that's exactly what he does. Like, he says it. We're like, we said it first on our channel.
I think I'll make my mark in the Big Brother house just by being myself, just being by honest and open. I feel like nowadays people are very, mindful of what they say, and I'm not a bad person, so I know I'm not going to say anything too crazy that'll get me in trouble.
So basically what he is he's the kid that's afraid of saying the wrong thing. Chelsea, be sassy. And Angela, let it spew.
And I'm just going to be authentic and be myself, and also play the game hard and try not to play scared. I feel like a lot of people play scared nowadays, and that's not how I intend on going about this.
All right, what else you got for us?
I would describe myself as fun-loving. I like to do whatever I can to have fun, even if like I do something that other people don't find funny. As long as like I'm making myself laugh, that's totally fine with me. I try not to take life too seriously, and yeah.
I bet Joseph was that little boy that walked around in his diapers and his cowboy boots all day long every day when he was a little kid. And I think that's hilarious. I don't know why I could see him being that quirky kid.
I don't know why he's reminding me, but he's kind of reminding me of James right now.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one James.
Yeah, I like those type of characters, though.
What I'm most looking forward to about being in the Big Brother house is honestly just chilling. Just like, obviously playing the game and everything, but like those moments where I'm just alone, chilling in the pool and just being like, holy crap, I can't believe I'm actually on this show. Like, those are the moments I'm really looking forward to.
He even has, like, his two front teeth look like they kind of go out more, so it's like at the mustache and then he has, like, bunny teeth.
What I see in Joseph right now is that he's going to be the guy who is chilling in the pool, thinking about, wow, I'm on Big Brother, while a super alliance is forming in the kitchen that he's completely unaware of, and then he's going to be stuck forming an alliance with the floaters, and they're going to be the ones that get picked off. So he's going to be stuck in the group of people getting picked off because he's being funny. He's not, like, playing the game. He's
being likable.
He's like, I just want to be here. I want to hang out. I want to be in the pool. Like, and he's going to get left behind. I feel like that's what's going to end up, that's going to be his demise.
Yikes.
Oh, well, my Big Brother bucket list is honestly just to play the game hard and to, like, play a game that I can look back on and be proud of, even if it doesn't work out with me winning necessarily, to have a game where I'm like, you know what, you tried your best, you played super hard, and maybe things just didn't work out. I just want to make big moves and have people appreciate my fervor for the game.
But what kind of big moves are you actually going to make?
I think it's hard to make big moves when you're laying in the pool, checking out the set and thinking about how cool it is you're on Big Brother.
I think I'll be the one to watch this summer because I'm funny, I'm smart, and I'm going to be myself all the way. I feel like people, when they come on this show, they try to hide a little bit of themselves, but I respect the reality genre so much that I'm just going to be honest, authentic. Whether I look bad, whether I look good, I'm going to be honest with the viewers at all times and not sell them short on what's actually happening in the house.
I just feel like his answers are just like not giving us anything of any substance. Like, he's just basically saying, I'm going to be myself. He's like, I'm smart, I'm going to be funny, and I'm going to be myself. I'm smart, I'm funny, I'm going to be myself.
In all honesty, I was spacing out, so that should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
I really did. I started spacing out.
Oh, Joseph. This next guy, I think, is both of our favorites so far.
Competing on Big Brother, started off with Derek. I watched Derek, I think it was season 16, a police officer from the New England area. He went in there, he was able to hide his identity and become a big winner. And at the end of the day, my wife was super involved in Big Brother with all her friends, and that's kind of how I got into Big Brother, is I wanted to have conversations with her, and I did win her over eventually. Now we're married, I got 2 kids, but what better way to impress my wife, who is probably the biggest Big Brother fan of all times, is to come home with the $750,000.
That would be cool. I feel like at his age, I think these youngsters, they always target the older people. So hopefully he will use the strategies that he's learned in his field and really work his way up there. Because I would like to see him make it to the top. I like to see people like that who have those type of skills use them and do well.
Well, yeah, and so again, we have another player here. He's, 50-year-old retired cop. He kind of got into Big Brother, and that's what got him and his wife together. He's here for the right reasons. Like, he's here for the enjoyment of the game and because his family loves it, and he wants to be part of something that his family loves. He's not an influencer. He's not trying to be famous.
Right. Yes.
What I like is that he's one of the older competitors, but I think he looks physically fit. So he's going to be one of the older competitors that I think actually does really well in this game, and I think he's going to be part of the strong alliance. He's going to be able to win some competitions, and I think that his wisdom he's going to know how to deal with some of the personalities. So big fan right now. I think he's going to do really well.
I like Kenny.
My strategy in this game is going to be very complex because I'm going to take it week by week. I'm going to try and come in middle of the pack at the beginning, try and feel out everybody. I think I'm a person who can read people very well. I know coming into the game the first week or two, people aren't their true selves. They're not comfortable with everybody, but as people get more comfortable, their real feelings are going to come out, and that's when I will really start amping up my game and trying to pit people against each other, trying to figure out where I'm going to fit in the house. Clearly, I want to make a strong alliance at some point. Older people tend not to get into those alliances right away, but I think that I can convince some people to bring me along. I'm a pretty persuasive person, and that's kind of how I'm going to go with it, week by week.
I think that was the best answer.
Yeah, I loved everything he said. In all honesty, I loved everything he said. So now I'm thinking, shoot, I'm going to be really sad if he gets voted off right off the bat. That's going to be super annoying. Because as it looks so far, the only person his age is Angela. And that's it. I do not see those two really connecting all that well. Plus he's already married, so.
But he's an alpha player, and I think people are going to want to team up with him because of that. So I think, like, him saying that he wants to be in the middle of the pack and then kind of blend in and while he reads people and then figures out where he's going to fall and then start making it, like, that's the recipe to win this game. I think that's like really exciting for me to hear Kenny say that, because that is what's been very successful for a lot of the Big Brother winners. So he's obviously done his homework. And he's like, when you hear some of these other answers, they're just like, oh, I'm just going to be myself. I'm just going to be funny. Like, Kenny has a plan.
Yeah, I like his plan.
High five for Kenny.
Boom.
Obviously, a lot of competitors have left a lot of big shoes to fill in this house. And how am I going to leave my mark? I think just being that older person that goes in there and kind of can manipulate things. I'm really not going to play an honest game because that's the name of the game in here. And I'm just going to try and win over as many people as I can, and hopefully I come across as somebody who is a good person, who's trying to win some money, and I'm just going to do what I need to do to provide for my family, and I think this is a great way to do it.
I have nothing bad to say about any of his answers. Like, he is our, of course he's an undercover cop from Boston, and you would right away compare him to Derek. There's only one Derek, so Derek was younger too when he went about the show, so he's going to have to do it differently than Derek did it, but I don't see any reason why he can't.
See how good his investigative skills are.
I describe myself as probably the most unsocial person that there is. In certain settings, I can be laid back and just kind of watch and observe. And then in other settings, I'm the life of the party. I like to have a good time. I'm a jokester. I like to say things to make people think, is he serious or not? And in doing that, people like to be around me and people like to have fun. And that's how I'm going to be in the Big Brother house.
Wow, he's like the first person that, like, I have nothing to say other than I really like Kenny.
Yeah, like,
I don't usually, like, that sounds horrible to say that, but, like, he doesn't, like, say anything that makes me go,
I literally have nothing to say about Kenny other than I hope he wins this game right now.
Yes.
Like, because we have seen a lot of the other videos already from our other video that we had to delete, and, like, I'm watching a lot of them, I'm like, oh my gosh, what's this person thinking? And then Kenny comes on and he's like, okay, someone who gets the game, like, I really hope he doesn't get screwed over, because sometimes even if you're a good player, you just get screwed over.
He seems genuine, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
Going into the house, I'm going to look for people that are kind of like me, maybe a little older.
Nope.
And try and get that bond with them. Maybe another parent, if someone has some kids, that might be somebody that I want to connect with. But I also want to go and make connections with just about everybody. If somebody's quiet and sitting off to the side, I'm going to be that person that's going to go up and try and strike up a conversation. And then if you have those aggressive players, those type A personalities, I'm going to go and pump up their ego and try and make them feel a little better about themselves if they really even need that. So I'm going to try and work with just about everybody, but the close ones,
Chelsea.
I got to try and go with someone like closer to my age, and maybe we can get a couple of younger people on either side of us and take us to the end.
Yikes, don't get with anyone your age. Big mistake. Please don't do that. Especially Angela. I don't know. For right now, I just don't see it going well. I mean, why can't he have another man in there? That would be nice if there was another man his age. Right now, I don't see a man that he's going to connect
Tucker.
with.
He needs to get with Tucker.
Wait, is that the one that's fun?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe. That'd be great.
All right, so all we have left is the Hawaiian guy.
I'm a big fan of this show. I mean, this opportunity means so much to me. My journey with Big Brother started years and years and years and years ago when I was a kid. And I've always wanted to play this game. I mean, I've applied to this show multiple times. So I'm so thankful that this time around things kind of just worked out. And I'm so excited to be here.
Well, let's see. He seems like he's fun. He has a very positive energy about himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, we got to get some more information here.
My strategy going into the Big Brother house. Well, first of all, I'm coming from Hawaii and I'm native Hawaiian, so innately I think the aloha spirit is just such an important thing for me to lead with. So I will be coming into the house with lots of aloha for people. I think it's a very useful tool. Because it'll help me to disarm the other house guests so I can wiggle my way into their hearts, make house, and remain there for the rest of the time so that I'm the last one in the house and I'm winning the $750,000. But above all else, my strategy is something really simple. It's just to adapt to the game, right? Because so many different things could happen. And I feel like adapting is key. And I have adapting down in spades. I mean, first of all, I'm coming from an island, right? And I feel like we have a very unique set of elements that we sometimes will face, different political challenges that we have to kind of navigate through. I mean, even when the barges are slow or what have you, ships are slow coming to bring the imported goods in, we're constantly adapting and surviving. So that's something that's definitely in my bones. I'm also a queer person who grew up, in this society and also in a very religious household. Love to my family. I just felt misunderstood a lot, and having to navigate and adapt in that kind of an upbringing is definitely something that also is in my bones that I'm bringing into the house so that I'm sitting there, the last one in the house, winning the $750,000.
What did I just listen to?
we just went really
What? Famine in Hawaii. They have a lot going on in Hawaii.
Wow.
I kept hearing.
He's under political prosecution. They're under heavy duress from their ships being delayed.
Is that real?
Wow. Okay. Stay away from Hawaii. Got it.
Bummer. I had fun when I was in Hawaii, but that was years ago. So.
Now I gotta find his next.
I do love Hawaii. Anybody else? Hey, hang loose, people.
I think that walking into the Big Brother house as the first native Hawaiian already leaves my mark on this game. And then also finding my way to winning this game definitely makes my mark on the game. So, that simple.
But I just don't know if that
think
means
I'm gonna
anything.
make
no one's gonna be like, "Ooh, you're the only Hawaiian person, therefore you should win."
Well, I get it. This is one of those
He's proud of that though, but that's still that's not gonna make a difference.
I wish the game would always stay about gameplay and personality.
Yes.
I'd love to see it get to that point where, it doesn't, you don't want to be the first of this that wins the show and the first of that wins the show. You should never win this show because you're the first of something. The first parent, the first Hawaiian, you should win this show because you outlast the rest of the house guests. Your social game, your competitive game. It shouldn't matter your gender, your age, the color of your skin. It should be 100% because you're an awesome Big Brother player. Because what's the point of going on there if you are just another player that's been on the show hundreds of times before. You're like, well, I'm not gonna win. I'm not the first at something.
I know that. I don't. That's just like messed up way of thinking.
Yeah. So now if he's saying that if he happens to win, it'll be cool because he can add that, But like Jag. Like Jag was the first sick winner, right? But he also won like 10 competitions and had an amazing social game. Like he earned it, and then it was super cool because he's the first sick to win. Like it's cool when it's added on to what you accomplished. That's different. So if that's what he means, that's awesome. But I hope he doesn't think that he should win because of.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, what? There's so many things that I'm excited about. I mean, for sure, first off, it's playing this game. I'm such a fan. I'm sure lots of people say that, but I'm such a fan. So it is so surreal to be here and to be given this opportunity. I'm definitely most excited to win the $750,000. That's like life-changing money for me. I'm very excited about that. I'm also really excited about AC because it's so hot and humid outside, and especially back home in Hawaii, like very hot and humid too. So, hello, free AC, I'm here.
Oh wait, I did hear. Okay, I did hear. So, to his credit, I feel like I did hear that it is like how much it costs to live in Hawaii is like insanity. So maybe that's what he's talking about.
Do they not have AC in Hawaii?
I don't know.
He talks like he lives in a third world country.
But they say that it's like super expensive to live there, so the average person struggles. So he's kind of maybe that's what he's talking about.
Maybe, but man, like
who would have known?
I love coming on Big Brother because of the AC.
He's making me laugh.
Didn't
He's
see
like
that
a little
coming.
Kid. He's like a little kid inside a 30-something's body.
Oh, I see myself being creative in the house.
He's like sunshine.
I mean, there's a good deal of manipulation that has to happen, I think, in the Big Brother house. Especially, like, the longer this show goes on, the more people know, like, about this game. Even though this game is constantly changing, like, there's things that you can kind of take note of and, like, implement them into your strategy walking into the house. But I think at some point, on some level, we're all going to have to manipulate each other. I think it's just nicer to say that I'm going to be creative with people and with maybe how I tell truths.
Honestly, this kid's gonna stick his foot in his mouth, or he's going to get in his own way. Mark my words.
Did he just say, everyone lies, instead of calling it lying, I'm gonna call it being creative. Like, I'm gonna stretch the truth in a creative way.
Like, I didn't lie to you.
I was being creative. I'm gonna try that with you one time.
I'm gonna slap you.
Sean, you said you were not gonna eat McDonald's, and I found 3 McDonald's bags in your truck. Honey.
I was just being
I didn't
creative.
lie. I was being creative.
Yeah,
with
well,
the
you're
truth.
gonna regret being creative, bro.
I think one of the most iconic things about the Big Brother house is is how many people trip up or down those stairs. Like, we've all seen it. And I really hope that's not gonna be me. But I forget that I have these 2 things on the end of my body sometimes. So, knock on wood. Who knows?
I like him. He's special.
His answers are so
for 10 plus years.
What?
His answers are so
Tripping
unique.
up the stairs. When? It would make me laugh.
What are your feelings on having to backstab someone to get further in the game?
Whoa. Did you see his
When
face?
it comes to backstabbing,
What do you think
I will be
about-
very picky about it. Because I'm not, like, normally a backstabber. I actually kind of don't really like that.
What?
I'm not a backstabber. I just creatively insert the knife into the rear side of a person.
And then
it-
I just giggle and leave. And say, who did that?
And I go, I was enjoying
Chelsea did it.
I was enjoying the AC in the other room. I don't know.
Kenny. Kenny did it, and then he fell down the stairs. Did you see that?
But it's the game of Big Brother, so...
I like him.
Obviously not to my, like, you know, my ride or dies, not to my core group.
Darn it, I'm starting
Well,
to like him.
Until I have to cut him loose and say aloha at the end.
Aloha.
Well-
hang loose, bro.
He's already growing on me. I think that's it for him. So that's the first
I'm
8.
yawning because we did this like 5 times.
We've been in here for 4 hours trying to make this video. My hair was wet when we started.
My
It
hair
all-
was in a bun. I'm telling you, like, now my hair is just all over the place.
You can tell we've taken like 3 years off because we are definitely making mistakes. And then watch our microphone not be working again.
Oh, nice.
Anyways, Corinne, you have an hour and 30 minutes to trim down, so good luck with that.
Oh, yay.
So going over our first 8 briefly, real quick. Let's go back over here. So our first 8 is you can actually see 1 through 8 right here in the squares right here.
Yeah.
So who is your least favorite so far?
Ooh, I have to remember names. Probably Cedric.
Oh man, I don't remember anyone's name.
Cedric, right there.
Which one, Cedric?
That one.
Him?
Mhm.
That's your least favorite?
You asked me. He's my least favorite.
All right, so my least favorite is probably going to be Angela right here.
Wow. What do you got against 50-year-old women?
Only the blonde-haired ones.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
All right. Whatever.
And then who is your favorite? Who's your favorite?
Kenny.
Kenny.
Mhm.
Okay, so Kenny's my favorite too. And then your second favorite?
Probably Koi. What's his name? What's his name?
Chemo.
Chemo. I call him Koi.
You are not close at all.
I like Chemo.
Chemo, okay.
I don't know how he would play the game, but I think he's fun. And I like his personality.
I think my second favorite right now might be Joseph, just because I think he is going to be an interesting player. I don't think he's interviewing well. I see more potential than what he's showing in his interview.
Okay.
We've always been wrong, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm wrong. And so I think I'm going to be wrong with Joseph. He's going to surprise us.
I'll buy that for $1.
You buy that for $1.
Well, I mean, you did so much better on, just a little bit. I feel like deciding what the house is going to look like, because even that background that was all camouflage and stuff, you were like, ooh, that's something. I'm like, no, that's not anything. And sure enough, it was.
It was a whole room.
No, that's nothing. And we were wrong about basically everything.
So if you made it this far, what we're going to do is when we get through all 16 members, we're going to do a fantasy draft, and we're going to draft 2 teams, and every time one of our members gets kicked off the show, or every time one of our members wins HOH, there's going to be a punishment or a reward. We're going to figure that out still. And then if whoever chooses the winner of Big Brother, there's going to be an ultimate reward. So that's something we've never done before. We're really excited about doing that. I actually thought about it because I'm getting ready for fantasy football, and I was like, oh, we can do fantasy Big Brother. It's going to be so cool.
Yeah.
If you have some ideas for punishments or rewards, go ahead and comment them on the video. And then, we'll take those into consideration and see what we can come up with. We don't know, maybe every week it'll change. We're still working that part out, but we got like 2 days to figure it out. So, but tomorrow we're going to be doing our fantasy draft. Thank you, Ezra. And we're also going to be doing the next 8 people. So, be here for that. And hopefully you guys enjoyed our video. And let us know if you agree. Let us know who your favorite out of the 8 we did today. Let us know who you think is not going to do very good in the game. And let's see how we saw this between you guys and us.
Thanks for watching, people. Check you later.
Peace.
Bye.
Oh, I forgot to hit record.
Don't even go there.
I'm kidding.
Okay, cool.